Go ahead.
Brad, obviously a disappointing result. How frustrated were you with the start? You probably just got beaten at the ball a little bit early and managed to get that back in the 3 quarters.
Yeah,
after that.
Yeah, I think to Port's credit, they started really well. We've been a pretty good starting team over the first 5 or so rounds of the year, and we were beaten early. We were beaten to the ball and allowed them to control the ball. And I thought we got those things back on track after quarter time, but it was a bit of a slow burn today. They just kicked, I think it was basically 4 goals a quarter and just chipped away at us. It didn't feel like there was a wave of momentum going against us, but we couldn't get the wave of momentum going our way either. Every time we kicked a goal, or even the few times we kicked 2 goals in a row, they'd get one back.
They had such an emotional week. Was it hard to sort of know what to expect, how they'd come out of the blocks?
Yeah, but I don't usually focus too much on them. It was about how we wanted to start, and we didn't bring the same level. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't at the same level it was last week. So that's a learning experience for us, that we need to be at our best in that area to be able to compete, and we weren't quite at our best. Turned the contested ball numbers completely around after quarter time, and played probably our best patch of footy in the last half of the last quarter, but it was too little too late.
Is that a mindset thing, Brad, or is it, I mean, you don't want to use excuses, a 6-day break or whatever, but is it a mindset thing, do you think?
Yeah, it's always a challenge to get yourself in the right frame of mind to compete. And as I said, I don't think it was... This game's a much finer line than most people think, and they were just a bit better than us in the contest, which allowed them to get going, and we weren't able to pressure well enough. We knew that they'd go small in their forward half, so they'd need speed of ball movement, they'd need some clean ball use, and we just weren't able to pressure them well enough.
Were you disappointed you weren't able to get more of an advantage out of the ruck battle today?
It's an interesting equation. I'll have to go back and dissect it further, but I mean, we're plus 15 in hit-outs. I think we're well ahead in first possession from clearances, but we're down in clearances overall. So I think that, very simplistically, we fumbled more than we usually would. It was a bit uncharacteristic today. The amount of times we fumbled and they were clean, and in the same passage of play. And instead of you cleaning up the ball and going forward and with a chance to score, they did the opposite. So, I wish you could go down and tell your players, "Hey boys, let's stop fumbling." We just need to keep working on that to make sure that we're cleaner in the contest.
Ken said before the game that the plan for Ben Brown was to give him no space whatsoever. That seemed to work in a sense. How did you see that battle?
If that's his worst game, he kicks 4. Yeah. We'll take it. But he wasn't at his best today. But he didn't get silver service. We'll continue to work on how we take the ball inside 50, because there certainly were parts of the game where on the slower play they were able to get numbers across to him. But I thought, credit to their defenders, they defended well one-on-one. So we were never concerned that they were getting multiple numbers back, because they weren't. On occasion they did, but they're a hard transition team. If you're getting numbers back against you, then the opposition shouldn't be able to get forward on you, but they were able to do both at times today.
It's hard not to go into him, but did you go in at times too much to Ben today, do you think? Or?
Yeah, I reckon it's a pretty good option.
It is, yeah,
but,
of course.
Yeah, and Waite and Zeeble are good options too, but I thought as I said, their defenders defended very well one-on-one. We'll take some lessons out of this in terms of our forward structure and what we can change when that's happening. But I still think Brown in particular is just a huge threat.
Tough day for the skipper. Was he hobbled at all, or just a tough day at the office?
Yeah, we moved him into the midfield when we were getting beaten around the ball in the first half. But we really felt to be able to score, we needed him forward, and that's it. That's what we're disappointed about today. That the positive side for us is that we're building a midfield. Luke Davies-Junior came back in today, and he's going to be a good player, but it's going to take time, so it's going to fluctuate with him. I thought Jai Simpkin looked terrific today as a midfielder. Jed Anderson again continued on. So, we can't keep going back to the well in terms of things aren't going well. Let's just put our experience back in there, because we do need to build our midfield, and that might be detrimental in the very, very short term, but I think in the medium to long term it's going to benefit us.
Another win for Ben Jacobs today.
Yeah, and he had multiple roles today. He changed it up a little bit, and when we needed to score, he got involved offensively. So, I said for a long time, he's not just a one-trick pony. There are multiple ways he can play. So, yeah, he was good again.
Have you been pleased with Majak Dawes' continued development? There's stages in matches now where he's performing really well.
I thought he was one of our best today. He looked very, very strong in the contest. He doesn't lose his feet. We know he can mark the footy, but he's making good decisions, ball in hand. We couldn't expect any more of a 5-game defender.
Obviously, with Sean Higgins, you won't know for some time. Have you had any more updates on Sean? And
only that he's improving
next week, or it's probably way too early to tell, is it?
I don't get caught up on it. I know our chief of footy sitting in the back of the room here. I don't listen to the medical report on Monday or Tuesday. It's just irrelevant. I'll check in on Wednesday after training and see how our list is. But talking to Sean, he sat in the box today, and he feels much better. But with these things, you just take the medical advice.
In the last few days, it's got better and better since he obviously did the interview the other day.
Yeah. In his words. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.